if you could commit to 3 days a week and maybe a half hour on the ground, a half hour on the Smarty, and a half hour of steers, whatever that combination is, you're your own coach. So if I were you, I would be your own best friend and try to ride out and try to at least meditate on what are you going to do to take your roping to that next level that actually helps you go and win on the weekends. I mean, everybody, I've tried winning and losing, and winning's more fun, obviously. The definition of insanity is to do the same thing over and over again and expect different results. If you've been practicing with a certain group of people or whatever and they don't seem to be getting any better, and you're not getting any better by just diving into roping a bunch of fast cattle, you need to ask yourself what you could do. This would just be a suggestion, but like you, as serious as you are about your roping and as good as you're heeling, if you could probably rope, I'm just making a suggestion, if you could rope your sawhorse 10 minutes to start with, maybe if you could rope a Smarty 20, 30 minutes, and you had a couple of guys put the rope on the chute and go out and give you 30 really good handles right in the middle of the pin, gosh darn, your heeling would go through the roof because you're just like that far away from being able to. But if you don't get decent handles, and you actually need like one after another after another. You can't imagine how frustrated I got as I was trying to get good and stay good. I had to stay on top of my game for 30 years, and amazingly I made 30 NFRs, and I never really had very many slumps, but it's so intense with my practice that probably wasn't a lot of fun to practice with sometimes, because I just demanded doing it with the spirit of excellence, because I was so afraid of getting back out there and having my rear end kicked that it was no fun. And I knew that the only way I could correct it is at home. So I would, a lot of times when them headers would not concentrate or focus and miss every other one, and then the every other one mishandle them or whatever, my wife was basically my best practice partner. She would actually, I'd get a bunch of calves and put halters on them, and she would snap a rope into the halter and go down there and handle them for me. And man, I could practice on fast-footed calves that were just going bam, 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 bam. But yet she was giving me exactly, if I wanted them right here, she'd turn them here. If I wanted them halfway, she'd turn them there or down there. But if someone watched me practice, they would obviously come to the conclusion that that guy's practicing on purpose. Sometimes I would track the steer all the way over to there to make sure that my horse wasn't weakening and I wasn't leaking back and forth and telling him to stop. I'd really work on sitting still and staying in perfect time all the way across the arena and up the arena, rope it. And then from that all the way to sometimes I'd have her just turn them right here in the 4-hole, and I'd try to get up and be ready and just rope them on the first jump. So anywhere from roping them on the first jump right here to following them down there all the way back, I mean, I did it all. You are going to get what you put into it.